I came to this understanding of so many, I'm gonna do something new. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna da, da, da. And I was actually rooting for a lot of y'all. I was rooting for a lot of y'all. And y'all gonna have to evict yourselves off my timeline and other things because you're not confident, you're not convicted about you. And I said this the other day. I said you're gonna have to be confident, you're gonna have to be convicted about who you are. And there's so many of y'all that have collective shared thoughts. Y'all don't do the same thing. Y'all not dealing with the same people, y'all not in the same place. But y'all come on here with the same presentation. Don't you find that quite odd? Don't you find that rather disturbing? Doesn't that bother you? Just a little bit. It shouldn't just make your life trajectory fall to another wayside. But it should be like, I don't see why you have the same issue as me, but we ain't the same people in the same places. How are y'all all talking about being intentional and consistent? You know what? Let's say you are dealing with the same situation. Why would you stay there? Why would you consider staying there? What's the benefit in it for you? The time that you could spend getting healthy, the time that you could spend becoming more educated. Y'all do not want to have something completely for yourself. You want what the next individual has. You want what the next person wants. That's troubling. But I ask you this. Do you really want to go through the other person's hands for the good or bad? Right? Because I personally do not. And I'll share this with you. I don't want any problems from anybody else because I have my own. I don't want their good because I don't know what they went through to get it. I don't want their bad because I don't know what they went through to get it. I know that I survived the shit that I went through. And if anybody was to trade places with me, more than likely they probably get it. And if I was to go ahead and put myself in other people's predicaments, I'd probably end up dead as well. Why are y'all making these decisions of bad alignments? What is in it for you? I don't want nobody else's woman. I don't want nobody else's job. I don't want nobody else's money. I don't want nobody else's house. I don't want nobody else's cars. I don't want nobody else's clothes, chains, shoes. I don't want nobody else's anything. You got to be out your mind. Why would your tag read exactly like somebody else's tag? Verbatim. Yeah, Lord. Yeah, Lord. What's going on?
What's up?
So before we get into it, welcome to TMAX Network. Please like, comment, and subscribe. My bro ain't gonna tell y'all, like, just subscribe. Nah, that ain't good enough. Go ahead and tap that little emoji button because we trying to get seen over here. We need a little views. We need some more people coming around. We almost over 800 or right at 800 on the other. But come on over, we got room for you.
Okay.
And tonight we have a new sister to the channel. Welcome, Lady Jai. Appreciate you for being over here and gracing us with your presence. Um, Tonight, discussion from the Content Creators Lounge, which is hosted by TMAX himself and Chrissy True Blue, its co-host. They do a wonderful job over there on that show. Sunday nights at 7:45 Eastern Standard Time, and we just can't seem to get off right around that hour mark. It's just something about that hour that ain't enough. It's just like, we always on it. So, but tonight's discussion was pretty much a strong one, where a lot of things were expressed from people from our communities against each other. There was a out sauce for the house, but we won't finish the name. And these black women went to a white man's discussion asking for help on eradicating and vanquishing black men. And they gave their reasons. And their reasons was they don't have accountability. They're the reason why there are so many fatherless children in the world and so forth and so on. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
yeah, there's some truth to that, but the truth of the matter is there's a lot of truth that ain't being spoken about.
Right.
Um, would you believe me if I told you that the average black male between 17 to 28 is a virgin?
Absolutely not. No, definitely not.
Because of different reasons. So, would you also believe me if I told you that 53 to 55% of black men are single and don't have children?
It's definitely not gonna believe you in that one.
Two for two.
That's crazy.
Those are facts.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's crazy
Yeah.
facts. And unfortunately, this is what I led the ending of the show with, talking about how men don't have influence over the women.
Hmm.
Because we don't. It's the point of being sensitive. You can say to a woman, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. Recent situation where I asked a friend just to lock in with me. And she took the stance of, don't tell me to lock in. I'm like, what? That's belittling me. I'm like, oh, when? How? Now, if I said lock in stupid, yeah. If I said lock in you dumb wench, yeah, you would be absolutely right. I'm saying lock in with me. That's, I said, but I tell you what, if you give me your phone and I call anybody in that phone and I give you my phone and you tell me to call any random person and I'm not going to say hello, I'm just going to say lock in. And if they say, why are you being disrespectful? And I will publicly apologize and I will throw dirt on myself and roll around in mud. See, that just a point of people making concises to go ahead and conjoint themselves to their emotions versus to what actually is taking place in moments in time, which is quite sad. So, what's your thoughts on the two facts you've heard and anything beyond that?
Well, don't lock in. Well, I don't know. From my understanding, lock in is like basically like let's get on the same page. Like let's like put your attention over here. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Well,
That's
that's
what my
definitely it.
understanding of lock in.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That was kind
In layman's term, let's be on a common ground together.
of yeah. Okay. So that first fact sound crazy to me. Only because I know a lot of young men that not only started being sexually active very young,
Mhm.
um like just because of the environment they're in. I'm finding out that a lot of them like we feel like a lot of times females when we talk about like sexual assault and stuff like that, we
Mhm.
always automatically like put that category like just as females. But I'm finding
Right.
out like a lot of men have been subject to sexual assault at young ages.
Right.
So that's why when you said that, which is why like we live in like a hypersexual world now. Like everything, everybody. Well, I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people hypersexualize.
Mhm.
And when you know that like it don't always just be. I mean, there's people that just really are have high sex drives, but a lot of times, sometimes is because of experiences that they had in the past that like they just
They,
what's the right
they've been
word I want to
they've been
say.
altered.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It affected them in a way that created that kind of
Like this is the normal behavior
yeah,
that we're supposed to
exactly.
be.
You know, this is normal to me. So that's why when you said that, I'm like, okay, wow, I don't really know a lot of men that in that age group that are not like what you said, have not been sexually active. And then what was your second fact you told me?
53
Oh,
to
that they're
55%
single.
are single
No,
and,
okay.
and and don't have children.
The single part I could get with, but the don't have children, that nah.
Yeah,
No, I gotta
yeah,
see something on paper.
yeah. It's there. These are government facts. It's there.
Yeah, this is like a conversation that I had, like that me and my homegirls have all the time. Like when you getting out on a dating scene, like you know, that's the first thing you always want to say, like, oh, I don't want to date nobody with kids, or he can't have
Hmm.
more than one kid, you know. And then men say the same thing for women, but when it comes to women, we feel like it's not much to pick from, because if you that's gonna be one of your categories, like one of your standards, you gonna have to just kind of like, okay, maybe they can have one kid or two is the limit, like you get what I'm saying, because there's not a lot of men out there on the market that don't have children outside of marriage.
There's
So
actually a lot.
I don't know. Well, at
There's
least to
actually,
my knowledge up
yeah.
until now.
So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what that's about. That's an unspoken word of the collective agreement amongst women.
Mm.
Um, in the intro video, I said, y'all don't want what's for you. You want what somebody else has. And when I
Mm.
eyeball women and I look at what they are going for, even with interaction with me,
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that if a certain particular woman came and talked to me, then I would get messages from friends and cousins and stuff like that. And then sometimes it would be really cool, like, hey, my homegirl think you this, that, and the third. And I'm like, oh yeah, she cool. Oh, she's just cool, I guess. She cool. Okay. And then a couple of weeks later, I was wondering if you was free. We go, grab something to eat or something. Like, oh, but I thought your homegirl, and I was this, that, and the third. Okay. So women typically tend to want what the next woman wants. This is
Mm.
watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
The standard. 6 feet, 6 inches, a full beard,
6 inches is crazy. I'm listening. Go
a,
ahead.
a
Go
full
ahead.
beard,
Okay.
and uh AP talk about he won't in. A full beard and what else is it? So the things they want is of
But
a
those are
particular
childish. Those are childish requirements. Like, come on, we this
right,
2026.
right,
Like, we got to be wanting some more of the stuff that they
right.
want. We gonna have
Now,
to work on it. Okay, go ahead.
so Cam Newton said something, and I don't agree with him
Oh
fully.
God, I don't know if I want to hear this. Go
I
ahead.
don't, I don't agree with him, but Cam said the more children a woman has, the less her worth. A lot of people were like upset about that. Now I get it from both angles because the truth of the matter is, like you said, a man had more than one kid, but the odds are, if that man has more than one kid, those kids live with the mother.
Uh, yeah,
The
most of the
kids
time,
live with the mother,
right?
especially if they went through the state and got any paperwork. They're definitely gonna be with the mother.
Yeah,
So he his worth is, oh, I
the
can tell
same.
you,
Ain't no
yeah,
different.
like I can, no, I get what you're saying, but watch this. I can tell you simply, I have children. I can stand here 6 foot, handsome, marvelous, and a nice car. But guess what you won't see? You won't see the kids. Now, You bring your fine, thick, curvy, long hair, pretty eyes, smooth skin self into Walmart on a Saturday morning. Oh, I'm gonna see that cart and I'm gonna see that wagon you dragging, and then I'm gonna see baby 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is not a problem.
Four
But
is lame.
however,
Four is crazy.
however, the fact of the matter is, I've seen what comes with you. The
Right.
term out of sight, out of mind has so much strength. And
Mm,
so now Cam Newton, being 6'6", a multimillionaire, a very
don't,
successful football player.
don't mean nothing.
uh, Listen, I hear you, but I tell you this: a lot of women that was on that profile and said similar things that you said, if they got with Cam Newton and because of his status that comes with him, all bets off.
I don't know about all that.
All bets off. They say a mouth a day, all day. Oh, he ain't worth this, he ain't worth that. Until he pull out that black card. Until you gotta look up at him. Until you see the car he pull up in. Till you smell that foreign cologne you can't identify. And what's this? How you enunciate the what kind of shoes is them? What's that material again? He's different. He's in a 1% as a physical specimen alone. So just imagine a man of Cam Newton's stature who's not famous, right? But he's still sought out after because he's 6'6". He's making he's gainfully employed and so forth and so on. So these things has now made him more so attractive than probably wouldn't have in the past because so many people have agreed together that this is what the standard of attraction is. Chris Brown, he can't do no wrong. He can say all day long, if you ain't got good hair, I don't want you. But let's look at this, Lady Ja. How many people then pay how much money to take a what? A picture.
Yeah.
That man clearly had to make a couple of million from them pictures. A single picture.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$1,100. And you don't get no redo. You better have your pearly whites on point.
That's crazy.
You better be ready to go. Whatever your pose is, it better be dynamic like you want it, because this is it. Because it's a line. It's a line of people who do not fit the criteria that he told people. I don't want you unless you have what kind of skin and what kind of hair.
Yeah.
But when you go look at who all in line for those pictures and got their $1,100 handed to them,
Don't be matching up.
that's what I'm saying. So because he is in that position, he can talk as reckless as he wants, and they're still going to fall by the masses because of the status that he holds.
You
Let
think
Obama,
people still that sleep?
huh?
I say you think people still that unconscious?
Mhm.
Mm.
Absolutely, they are. Absolutely, they are. Especially when it comes to social media. I'm not famous, but I can tell you as many times as people have claimed to not be willing to do certain things, done it for me.
Right, because you on the platform.
No, that's what I'm saying. But this is before this.
Oh, okay.
Just talking. You go and like that thing is timestamped. Even when you remove it, it's still there.
Mm.
You said on this day, I would never do. I ain't that kind of girl. And here come me. I ain't pull up in no Bentley. I ain't roll out no black cards. I ain't take you to no elegant restaurant. And look at the behaviors that I got bestowed upon me.
What you trying to say? You him? trying to let the people know you
I, I'm,
have.
I'm, 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 I'm the second class him. I'm not in the first class. I'm second class. I will be in the first class too. So, but I'm second class him though.
Okay. Okay.
I I read the book of Timothy every night.
Okay. Okay.
No, I'm just saying that social media has allowed a lot of voices to ring out in ways that people be like, bro, we know you. We know you. Like, one of the things that's really common nowadays, no strike against the women, but we can't tell which one's the hoes no more.
That's true. Hilarious.
Right. It's across the mix. And then you got like with social media, right? Because there's ooh, she just popped in my head. Clear that God help me. There's a particular celebrity woman that I won't name right now.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly believe she wants to live the life of this one woman. And I'm pretty sure it's somebody else, but this one particularly comes to mind because she is an OnlyFans girl and she is married. And she does put her family and stuff all on social media. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
OnlyFans and you married?
Oh, they do it together.
Okay.
Like, I guess it's cool, but you got your kids out there. Don't
Right.
associate kids with you because you can't remove that now. And if you
Yeah.
ever get sideways in a discussion, not that it's right, but you are fair game. You're fair game.
Yeah.
And because of that attention that the comments bring with people, oh man, she did this, that, and the third. Oh, she did it. Like, bro, you know your kids can read very well by the time they 7 or 8.
Yeah.
You can't block them from everything. Like, yeah, mama, you got me these Jordans and stuff, but I was always wondering what you did for a living.
That's wow. That's wow.
You know what I mean? And again, not knocking the hustle, but again, there's no there's an all inclusive take that's happening right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, I'm an athlete. I played football. I did other things, but when I was in that particular season of that sport, that's what I was doing. Right? I didn't do football during track season. Right? I didn't do soccer during football season.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, this is the sport. I take care of this for that and the third.
Mm-hmm.
You can still very much be, I guess, that good parent, but cover your kids, protect your household, because somebody could come out and say, "Oh, your mama got such and such, such and such," and the internet will win even when it's wrong. And then we didn't seen how many people didn't then had children that they never even met people from. It's like, wait, what? You never met this man. Why you got this man going to court? Why are you going that far? So again, it needs to be some type of clear cut class that says, hey, uh, we got it from here, fellas. We'll keep it over here. We just need y'all to take care of that side over there for us. But that's not what happened. Like I said, we can't tell which one's the hoes no more.
Definitely can't.
So, I mean, listen, the chicks I thought were just nurses. I'm on Twitter. I love my home. when I talk about what I just saw.
Listen, people out here trying to make it.
Listen, what you mean you
People out here
already in
trying to
the
make it.
I was
Oh
like, yeah,
gosh.
what? But then I look at the common thing, you know, that the eyelashes, the tattoos, the BBLs, the hairstyles, the same poses. I already know when I hear I feel or as a man or a woman say, take me through there. it's it's
I cannot. I can't.
uh we cool. We cool. We cool. Because it's not that those things are the problem per se. What it gives is the fact that you don't have your own individuality. Although you might be trying to speak a whole certain way, but you look like all the other random girls working in the aisles at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
How did that become such a common thing? Why are all the girls twerking in the aisles at Walmart? Why?
So it sounds like to me you saying that the dating pool for men kind of slim too.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, well, not even that. It's the fact that you can still date them. They're available.
Right, but what's the purpose of dating? What's your purpose of dating? Not
I
if they're
mean,
available. That's crazy.
that would be that may be the purpose for somebody, right? But everybody's ideal is not quite the same. You know, for somebody, that hoe may be their wife. And I hate to tell people, maybe your soulmate ugly as hell.
Please stop.
See, nobody wants to live with the truth. Nobody wants to
Please
live with the
stop.
truth. But you know what's funny though? I've seen more women get mad at a man that has married a chick that they consider to be chopped and procreated. I've seen it so many times. We could talk about even celebrities that said, "Hey, hold on, be easy. This is my wife. She's giving me family, right?" But because so many women believe that they were better than the one that's in that position, I've seen that so many times.
Yeah,
And of course, the common denominator is going to be, well, men do it too. They probably do. There's probably a few, but
ain't
it's
no
never
problem.
going to be, it ain't going to be no, it's not going to be
Ain't
to a
no
point where,
problem.
well, it's not going to be to a point where it's so outlandish, right? The most that a man would really say is that, oh, that's too much woman for you. Because all that means is, I just really want to hit that. I don't want her like that. I don't want that woman in the same capacity that you want her. I just want to hit it because she's fine. That's what that means. But don't
Are you
nobody tell a
saying
man,
a man seeing another man and feeling like how he end up with her type of
right,
situation? Oh,
right.
okay.
That's all it is. Like, dang. It's not even so much how he end up with her. And it could be, it could just be the fact that, dang, she bad. Like super bad. And
Yeah,
she
that's
not
the same
single.
thing. How he end up with
Yeah.
her? How he
Yeah.
got?
I can't approach her like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go plant this seed in boy head. That's too much woman for you.
Come on now.
So what
That's
I was saying though is the fact that women, the cheat code, the real cheat code, listen to a straight dude that date women, that like women, like like women that want to be with women, because the blueprint been laid out and it's been denied over and over and over and over. Like one of my favorite creators' name is Amari Usher. He out of Florida, and
Mhm.
he does dynamic little skits and stuff. And I hope to beat the dude one day.
Dynamic
Just
love.
no dynamic artwork, like his
Oh,
videos
artwork.
and stuff is just like, and he got some stuff that's based on love, but he's just such a great creator, and he's not doing the typical trend type of content creation. You know what I mean? He ain't going out there and sitting under no tree and let somebody pour a bucket of ice on him. He's actually making content that you could. I've actually realized one day I sat there and watched 3 hours of his content
Mm.
because he's got full videos that's roughly about an hour, 45 minutes or so. And then he's got just shorts, which is smart. But he's he's showing things that like this is what the dating game is like for y'all. And although I'm single, I'm just like on the sideline. You got it, dude. You got it. You got it, dude. Because I'm from Houston and I grew up in an era where less was best.
That's
I,
I don't know.
yeah, I won't ever, 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 ever get over a girl getting her hair done, getting her nails just done, but it be her actual nails and putting on some lip gloss. Oh my
Correct.
God. Oh, oh God. Jesus. Jesus. Did you ever love me? Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Stop, please.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Y'all were, oh Lord. Y'all come fresh out that hair salon. A little rather y'all had the braids or ah.
Not
And
the
then when y'all
breed.
got braids, they wasn't 200 feet long. Like
Come
these,
on now.
these,
What's wrong with the long braids?
it looked like I'm about to put in a cheat code and pick you as my Mortal Kombat character. That's what's wrong with it. It looked
Stop.
like they got iron tips at the end of them. And what's even funny, they get upset when somebody step on it.
Nah, that's too long now.
Now you ask me what's wrong with it.
A step on it is like that's that's extra long. For a little butt length,
Now,
a little calf length ain't too. No, the calf is too far.
like if you got it to like past your shoulders, cool. But
Mm,
that's not what they're stopping at.
past your shoulders is
That's not what
that's
they're stopping
not
at.
there no more.
No, they
Short.
gon' they out here they out here being real life Rapunzel from the hood, and then you
So
okay
what
with
you
your
want? Y'all
hair.
too picky. Y'all be asking for too
That's
much.
not
So what you
no.
want? Like you don't. So you wanted to have braids and they can't go past the shoulder. They could go a
That's,
little bit
that's
past the shoulder.
picky. That's picky. Oh my god.
Nah, picky, but I'm just saying what's wrong with the low. Okay, y'all want the girl, y'all want us to go natural, and we go natural. You
That's
add a little
picky.
length to the braids. Now you don't like the long braids.
Let me okay. Let's do this. Let's say I picked you up and you name a high end car. Just name a car.
Maserati.
I picked you up in Maserati.
Hmm.
That some bitch slab. And you look good. I open the door for you. And it's got the whole heated seats, massage in your back. You're like, what are we going to eat? I'm like, don't worry about that. You just ride. And I got you holding my arm and we riding, got the music playing. And I keep checking my phone. And you like, what's up with you? Oh, no, just enjoy your meal. Enjoy your meal. And all of a sudden I go, oh shit. And you like, what? I take off running. That very car I picked you up in was a rental. And I didn't take it back on time. But
Mm.
I told you it was mine. And look how comfortable you had got being up on my arm, listening to them slow jams, you got massaged and heated. And you like, oh, I'm finna eat, and I'm gonna get a massage and eat and heated seat on the way back. Now my rental getting picked up because I ain't take it back at the right time. You tell me. When I come back inside and you like, that ain't even your car. I'm like, why you being so picky?
That is such an extreme. That is so extreme.
Why you being so? No, no, it's not. Why you being so picky? You
Yes,
s-
it is. You went
you
from
you
hair to rent to a luxury. Uh, uh. Nah, that's extreme.
a
Now
relationship is luxury.
you think so?
Absolutely. Cause you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yeah.
That's luxury. You know how many people ain't got that luxury?
I don't know. I don't. I don't want to. I don't think that's the. I don't know if that's the term I would use. But okay.
I get what you're saying, but I put it in that term of the fashion of having someone to care for you is a luxury.
That's a I want to say it's a luxury. Maybe it's a who luxury is such an extravagant word. Like a privilege.
Luxury.
No, luxury ain't privilege. Some people
Yeah.
live luxury,
Luxury is
and that's not a
luxury.
no, that's not a privilege to them.
Okay.
That's was normal.
It's still very much a privilege because even though it's normal, it can be taken away from them, and they would know what it is to be without it. So
Mm,
so check this out. There's somebody who has been in a long, healthy relationship. They don't know what it is to date anybody else. They've been with this one person, and that one person don't wake up. That luxury of that love, that soulmate, is no more. So I get what you're saying because most people tie luxury into material things, right? But
no, it's just an extravagance, but I don't feel like a partnership or relationship is an extravagance. Like everybody, we all. How am I trying to say it? I'm not looking at it as in a materialistic way. I just feel like luxury is
no,
just like too
I
much
said
of a
not you. I said most people, right?
mhm.
So the fact of this, check this out. Do you need a man?
Yes.
Okay, you are one of the select few, and I congratulate you, and I wish you all the best in life. But you are one of the select few. You are the minority,
I'm the
ladies.
minority.
You are the
Oh.
minority. You're the minority because the majority is going to tell you, hell no, I don't need no man. And guess what? You're going to hear that for women who are not employed, not educated, not astute, not sturdy. And they're going to
No,
say
you're
that,
gonna hear that from women that think that saying that they don't need a man is a smart thing to say.
either way,
And then sometimes, a lot of time, people be saying it and they know that's not true. So
you're the minority.
yeah,
You're the minority. And when I say that is because there's a level tier that happens, right? A man with no money will
I
not
don't think that
classify
now.
a man with no money will not classify himself as a boss.
You can't. Nah, you can't.
There we go. However, a woman with no money has and will and classify.
Cannot. You cannot.
That was different. All right. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
No, but can and will and has classified themselves as a boss bitch.
No, the standard ain't no different because of gender. You don't got
So
no money. You not a boss.
again, you are the minority,
Bro.
Lady John. You are the minority.
You don't got no money. You don't. That boss title don't come up under your name. Your name don't come under that. Like, I don't understand that part.
Yeah, so it's a whole list of things that goes on, right? But it's not even to talk about that double standard itself. Again, it still separate the fact that a relationship is a luxury. To have someone to go home to confide in. Because if you could go and confide
Well,
in
let's say
anyone,
a good relationship is a luxury. I'll agree with you on that. I'm not
I
going to
mean,
say.
I got you. Well, I mean, that's we can talk about like the bad ones, right? But what we don't talk about is the real truth of there's actually been more good relationships than bad. It's just that so many people have built this standard of structure of maniacal bullshit that just obliterates my mind, right? We have seen in recent times, in real time, more so than ever, people leaving relationships that they admit that nothing was wrong. And we like, huh? what you mean? He at least had to kick your dog at one time, right? No, he never did that. Never called me out my name. Always showed up for me and the children. So what's the problem? Oh, he's too perfect. Hey, get out my sight. Get out my sight. I can't live and I can't celebrate. I can't dwell. I can't promote stupidity. Get out my sight. Because I can assure you that very individual prayed hard. Dear God, send me a good man. Now he too perfect.
I ain't, I
You
can't
the,
go
you the
that.
minority.
It's too
You the
much.
minority.
It's
You the
wild.
minority. You are the minority.
So you leave a relationship for no reason.
It's a
Where
long
these people
laundry list.
at? Like, I want to talk to them because
Ain't
yeah.
nothing to talk to them about. You can't help them. Think about
I
this.
just want to ask them a couple of
Listen,
questions.
listen. There's a term I live by, and I learned this from an old pastor, a Nigerian pastor. It was in 2014. What memes was like the thing, right? This man sitting there with his legs crossed, and he looks amongst the crowd, and he says, "Watch this, John. God gave them hair. God gave them eyelashes. God gave them bodies. God gave them everything they needed. They replaced their lashes with fake ones. They shaved their eyebrows off to draw them on or to thread in some other ones. They
Tattoo
cut
them.
their hair off to add hair so to fit right. God is perfect and gave them everything. What are you going to do, my good sir? One plus one, that's 25. Two plus two, that's 86. Three plus three is 99 and a half and a quarter. If God gave them everything, Lady Joe, what you gonna do? God, God, the one that gave them the blessing that they prayed for, then they denied it. What are you going to do, Lady Joe? What the fuck? You are the minority. And I keep telling you this for a reason. You're set apart. You are walking this world thinking my sisterhood can't let me down in this regard because You are special. You are unique. You are set apart. You are of the standard of less is best. You are with, this is what I got. This will come with me. What man made you want to go get on the table to put balloon shots in your butt?
I'm never gonna do that. I could go to the gym.
That mindset right there. Because you know what you work for can't be taken away from
I'm not gonna risk my life to add to it either.
you. Or if you're risking your life, I don't think you're adding. Yeah. But here's the thing, Lady John. You have those that will do that and then go to the gym as if this is just, natural. And don't understand your body is an organic place. It can only thrive off organic things.
Yeah.
You can't have fake water. You're going to die. You just can't. If I gave you a glass of baby oil and told you this is a high quality H2O from the Alaskan glaciers, that's going to be your last glass. you, you
Please
say,
stop.
Jesus, I knew that water was a little slick. You're like, what? That's where we at. And again, it's not to shit on them, it's just the fact that I have sons. And I'm looking at my boys and I'm like, these dudes is handsome. Not only because they mine, because it's true. I need to have a talk with them. I need to know. Hell, at the time it was 2024, 25. I need to know which direction they bat swinging. Because if it goes the other way, okay, I don't want it, but then again, it ain't my body to be wondering about it. What they're poking apart on them ain't my business. Because it ain't happening to me. Thank God. However, let's see what's going on. So we get in the car, we head out. We go to Walmart, we go to the mall, we go to a restaurant. I do this on purpose because I know on this particular day, a lot of gorgeous young ladies was going to be out. My boys saw them, but it wasn't no second glance. It was just like, I said, well, that's definitely not what's going on? Maybe they had a girlfriend and that didn't work or whatever. At the job, I get my boys and we talk. I say, hey, fellas, now y'all got no girlfriends. We talking between the age of 17 and 21. What's going on? Well, they crazy. Excuse me. Yeah, man, they crazy, bro. I got my video games. I got a few friends to talk to on there. Yeah, they crazy. Have you not seen them? They crazy. And I begin to take an observation of the world. I remember driving one day and I saw these young dudes look like they just got through playing basketball together. And it was April going into May of 2023. I remember this like it was yesterday, living in San Antonio. And I remember thinking, dang, man, I don't ever want them to lose that. That's brotherhood right there. That's special. And life's going to happen. But then I got home and I saw this wonderful brother named Casanat. And I realized I had been watching this guy for a little bit of some time. And I'm watching his boys and looking at how they moving. And I looked at a couple of young men in the area I was living at. Oh, they not pressed at all. They are going to go move in together. get a house, play video games, start doing, collaborative work and keep their jobs, whatever the case may be. They focused. They are so focused. And nobody talks about them. They talk about the YNs running around here with the poo shiesties and the switches, but they don't talk about, the Marks and the Kai Cenats and all the others that have started making money from playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And that's becoming larger, larger, larger by the day. And I think to myself, that thing I was talking about, them dudes losing their brotherhood, it's gonna be just fine. Them niggas gonna be 35, all got their own houses on the same block, driving their high-end cars, no wife, maybe a kid if they decide to. Because nobody's getting married. Even to the point where it lands of arranged marriages, Lady John. Because social media is a thing. D, my boy, I got this girl. You're going to marry her. And me, Father, no, I'm not. What do you mean you're not? I ain't marrying that girl. Why not? Give me your phone. Oh God. She's been doing that every night, all night, and any day that ends in Y. Yeah, ain't no marriage. it's called off. Hey, you can forget it. We ain't doing that. Marriage is down globally 50%.
Is it? I thought we was getting better.
We are in an area, but we're not. As people, we should be finding a median to have our counterparts interact to where it's.
Yeah, but it's a lot of interracial stuff going on too. So
I mean that does happen, but let's be honest.
it's not does happening. It's happening
It,
a lot.
it's really it. Okay, so what's the percentage of black men you think are married to white women or to women outside their race?
I don't know no percentage, but I know I see a lot of biracial children walking around. I see
Absolutely, this is true, right? That's not to be denied. However, everything with dark skin is not classified as a black man. So again, the percentage that you would think of a black man being in an interracial relationship is so insignificantly small, it don't even desire a discussion truthfully. But it's been brought to the forefront so much louder that not even half of our millionaires, not even 10% of our millionaires who are black are married to women from other races. Damn. It's that small that it doesn't require a discussion. Now, what's being brought up is, oh, I ain't got to put up with you. I leave this bitch and go to another country. Well, guess what? Africa, a big continent, it's got a lot of countries on there. And you know what else they got? A lot of black women.
I don't know we going that far now.
Oh, it's a lot. A lot. Let things get sideways. There's a perfectly good island I'm gonna go set my foot upon.
Okay. You already got it set up.
Listen, Chocolate City ain't gonna got nothing on me, boy.
I ain't mad at you. Not mad
But
at
the
you
thing
at
about
all.
but again, it's just the fact of
I can't.
it's a simple discussion, right? I had a discussion with a really good friend of mine. She says to me, I'm tired of being masculine. I said, well, tell me something. I said, tell me something you do that's masculine. She said, pay bills.
Picking up big ass cases of water. That
That's not masculine.
That's very masculine.
That is not masculine.
That is masculine.
That is not masculine. I
Absolutely is.
listen, listen, ladies and gentlemen. On my Facebook post, I posted a woman from South America. That woman's about 5'4", maybe 130 something pounds. This woman and got her ass into the swamp and wrestled the fucking live little alligator. She also jumped in there and grabbed the goddamn Burmese python by the neck. We talking in the water. She jumps off and go grabs a damn super large iguana. That's some masculine shit. You know what she does after? I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. You masculine because you paying the bill that you went and acquired? Who was supposed to pay that bill that you went and got?
Listen, it's some things we're not gonna agree on because I'm not saying that's masculine, but when we talking about roles,
What role is somebody supposed to take in a place where they don't live?
what role is somebody? Well, we ain't talking about just somebody random now. Like that's too
Again,
extreme.
if they don't live there, what role are they supposed to take?
Or we ain't
Let's
talking
say they are your
about.
fiance. Let's go that far. Let's say they're your fiance. You set to be married, and y'all still live in separate places. What role is that person supposed to take in a place that's yours?
That's my fiance. Mm.
What role is he supposed to take in your house, and he still has his own house, and y'all are working towards this marriage to where y'all gonna have a spot picked out? What role is he supposed to take at your house?
We start preparing for that spot we picking out. That's what role he supposed to take.
Okay. So therefore, everything at that spot of yours is under your responsibility.
Yeah, at that time, but we not talking about being single. We talking
Oh
about
no, that's exactly what we're talking
partnership.
about. And we're talking literally single
Oh,
women saying they
being
tired of being
single and
talk
somebody's
about
trying to
they
pay your bills.
talk about they're tired of being masculine. And like, what do you mean is masculine in your life? Paying bills. Huh? I thought you was gonna say you joined the underground fight club against a grizzly bear. Listen, I was confused. I said the very bill that you decided to go get. We've had women on this
Well, I mean,
platform
are they? Is this person looking to be in a relationship? Like
rather they seeking or not. It's still their responsibility to cover the bill that they acquired.
it is, but when you're in a relationship with a man, that's your covering. Like that's. All right, we starting to go down the rabbit hole here
Mm-mm.
because
Oh, we're gonna have this discussion. You get in a relationship with a man and you go pick up a goddamn candy bar, and that man is way on the other side of town, and you say, "Pay for this." Excuse me,
come on now,
the candy bar you want?
not just like that.
Well, that's what they want. That's I'm telling you. This is the how the discussion going. I'm telling you, you got to quit thinking about how you respond to things and really start people watching and be like, "Oh my god, these niggas crazy." These niggas crazy. Oh, I shit you not, Lady Ja. My homegirl called me. It's like 3 something in the morning. I was married at the time. And she says, I'm sorry. Please tell your wife I apologize. I said, all right. She's like, yeah, yeah, whatever. I said, what's up? What's good? She's like, listen, um, I come to learn some things about myself that you brought to my attention. And I said, what was that? You said to me that a man's downfall biblically has been a woman. I said, I did. She said, you also said a man's downfall in real time has also been a woman. This is why 90% of the guys are in prison. I said, I did. And she said, damn it, I couldn't go.
Whoa, hold on, stop right there. Go back a little bit. Say that one more time.
90% of the men that are in prison for crimes they committed is behind a woman.
Where's the research on that one?
Oh,
Cause I worked in the prison now. I worked in the prison.
go back and talk to the niggas.
I do. I do. That's why I'm
Hey,
asking you where the research came from.
say, keep it 1,000. How did you get here? And then you gonna hear this. I hope you got 2 90-minute tapes. I got a whole lot of shit to tell you.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
So she went down the rabbit hole and she said, I'm looking at these crimes and I'm looking at the people they committed. And I'm looking at the people they attached to. I'm looking at the court dockets. And it is a woman a bunch of percent of the time. Then she goes and she says, D, I had to realize something about myself. And I'm like, what is it? She says, I got good pussy. I say, excuse me. She said, look, nothing like that. She said, nothing like that. Just bear with me. Let me get this off. I say, okay. So at this point, I get up and I go to my bar. I begin to pour me a shot of Michter's. As I'm sitting there swirling my bourbon around in my glass, I say, continue. She says, I have good pussy. I say, okay, what does that mean? She says, that's it. I just have good pussy. She says, I just realized the whole time no nigga has ever gotten into a fight over me. They ain't even cussed each other out about me. She said, ain't nobody broke into no cars and no houses. Ain't nobody stole no piece of jewelry for me. I said, oh. she said, she said, for a nigga to go that far, I gotta step my game up. Like, I said, ah. She says, yeah. She says, I only got good pussy. That's it.
Oh, that's it.
I
Damn.
thought, and I thought, wow. But, you know, again, is it their own fault? Absolutely. It is their own fault. But the reason that they did it for was for a woman. Rather, it was to keep that woman or to gain that woman. Was for a woman. If you go and even biblically, you go and you look at the downfall of those men behind a woman. And I'm not blaming them per se. I'm just calling out the events that took place. And the fact is, men have seen that and they realize, huh, oh shit. There's a great number of men who have become financially equipped after going through a horrid heartbreak.
Mm.
And then when you see them, man, the next time, them niggas is healthier. They spines is straighter. They voices turner. They concise. And they dream car is right there. But then you look at the people that left them. They doing all right. They doing all right. They got some momentum. They got some action. But they ain't got what he got. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It gets real deep fast. When dudes go through that one, they become him. And I always try to tell women, I'm not trying to dictate what y'all do, how you do. But please be patient. Because you will mess around and try to forward that clock into a position that is not meant for. And you will do something and look back and you will have regret. And then you would think that because the next person has a little bit more than where the situation you left out of, that's going to be a greater situation. And when in fact it turns into shit. And most women don't even realize they can go back and just say, I apologize and I was wrong and be taken care of, not necessarily be moved in, but be looked out for.
They don't know it because pride won't let them have to admit that, damn, the very dude that I was thinking about and I thought I gave an adequate amount of time to, he gone. He gone. He still got love for you, but he's not breaking any barriers for you. You know, if you need a new tire on your car, call up old Steve. He got you. And if it's your birthday, he might get you a set.
Okay.
He might get you a set. It might even throw some rims on there for you. But don't ask for no alternator. Don't ask for no carburetor. Don't ask for no engine. Don't ask for nothing else. Yeah. I done with you if I can, but you got all that money. This is true. I got all this money. All of this money that I was looking to spend on you. Guess what? You ain't here, bitch. Yeah. And it happens so much. And I'm like, wow. Then I look at these celebrity relationships, like how many women leave the man that they were with, go get with another man, and end up being worse. Prime example, as much as I love Cardi B.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. See how
We're
that
not
came
gonna
out?
even go there. We're not gonna even go
See
there.
how that came? She's not the only one. She's only the most recent one. And there's been others far, far, far more left field than that situation. So I'm just saying, commitment requires dedication. It requires commitment. Commitment requires commitment. And I do get it. Like when you sit there and like, oh, it's been this time, and yeah, you said this and said, I get it. I understand. However, do whatever you gotta do to keep yourself in check. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to bounce too soon and that nigga get a check. That check gonna look like one of them lottery prizes. You know how many men have been set free? Woman left him. Woman left him. One of my favorite mentors to go talk to. His first wife left him high and dry. This nigga the next day secures $50 million.
Come on.
The situation is he been working on that thing for so long that when it came to, it wasn't like it was a lucky thing. This is what people don't understand, right? Most things are going to be in that process of the process, right? It's just that when it ferments, where are you at the time? Because the last day of struggle don't look no different than the first day. But the first day somebody bowling, that you was right there, you can't even put a distance on the feet on how close you was with that individual. And you know that in those situations, those people would have done anything for you. And here it is. Now you got to see this nigga in his glory on social media because some girl you know as being petty. Talking about, look, y'all, there go my future husband.
So you don't feel like part of that 50 million belong to her?
No, absolutely not.
That's crazy.
What did she do
After
for it?
somebody done, what?
What did she do for it? Logically tell me the work she did for it. Because we got to remember, he was the one working to do this for them. She had her thing. So what did she do that was worth any of that 50 million? Because she left him.
So what? She was with him before all them years before then. I'm
Apparently
not
not.
saying that she.
Apparently not. Because remember, what women say is they divorce you mentally before they divorce you physically. So you had been left. Remember the new parameters of cheating nowadays. If you divorce a man mentally, well, bam, you're cheating in the relationship. This is the standard that was set, not by us. So what do you regard? What do you reward cheating? Let me ask you this in reverse. What man are you going to give money to that left you and you receive 50 million the next day? How much you gonna give them?
It depends on what they did. Well, they was with me before I had that 50 million.
So
Well,
you gonna
person
reward them?
support you, of course. But if you've been with a person for a long period of time and they've supported you,
how much would you reward them?
it depends on
Okay. Let's
what
say
they
he
put
was,
in
let's
during
say he
that
was,
time when I didn't have that 50 million.
okay. So it's a fair enough to say it's good for me to leave just because the day ends. Why, right? Not because you care for me and I care for you.
Say it
None of
again.
that.
Say that again.
It's a fair enough assessment for me just to leave just because the day ends and why. Like I don't need a good reason to leave today, but today I'm gonna leave you.
People do things for whatever reason they do, but that don't take away what you put in for before you made that decision.
Right.
We could
So
we could go
okay.
our separate ways.
What 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 would be the amount that you were willing to part away for your 50 on what actions?
Like you've been with somebody 10, 12 years, whatever, they supported you, they believed in you, whatever the case may be, and then you decide like, okay, I don't want to be with you no more, whatever the reason is. They
Mm-hmm.
still was with you all that time before. So it's like it just depends because every situation is different. But I don't feel like just because you left me, even if you just say I don't want to be with you no more, you still wrote with me all them years before then. So it's not like we not about to break bread. Like you not getting half of my 50. But I give
he
you a
ain't getting
little
shit.
one or two.
To
No,
what?
you ain't getting no half. That belong to
To what?
me. But you still was with me before
You,
then. Like it just depends.
you to
Every
what?
situation
To
different.
200,000, 200, 2,000? What we talking about? To what?
Oh, million.
No, you'll give him 2 million. That's cute. You're very nice. I ain't giving shit.
That's
I'm not.
you. All
I'm gonna tell
different.
you. I'm gonna tell you why. The thing that you said is belief and support. You believe in God. When do you stop believing in God?
I didn't have my times.
You had times of doubt.
I had my moments. Yeah,
You
I'm
had,
not.
you had
I'm
times.
not gonna
You had
say
you had times of doubt. But did you ever stop believing? Did you ever say that you don't exist, God? You ever told God He
I'm
wasn't
never
real?
gonna say that. That's not
Okay,
realistic.
so you didn't. Then you did stop believing, right? Because belief is at some point in time is a confirmed knowledge. You've got enough evidence to know that this God is real for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this situation, let's say you saw this man get up, go work this job, go work this hustle. You saw him read, study, you saw him network, you saw him do all of that. And he comes to you and says, we almost there, baby. Just hold on. We almost there. Just hold on. And you just like, nigga, fuck you. And then I'm out. Hit him with the old Martin, peace. Slamming the door on the way out. He's sitting there with his thoughts He all discombobulated. He looking at the house that was once a house and pictures not on the wall like they was. And the air don't smell as welcoming anymore. And then his lonely phone rings. And he happens to see it's the last people that he talked to outside of his family, telling him that the deal is done. While he sits there in all of that emptiness. That's gonna be kind of hard for a nigga to be like, well, let me go chase them down and tell them I got $2 million for them.
I mean, I don't know about no chasing down, but if I'm still connected to you, you might could get a little 500, a little 1 mil. Like it just depends.
Now I can rock with that. I can rock with the 500K. That makes a little bit more sense. I can rock with that. That is more a little bit more sense.
I mean,
Because
500 when it ain't really that much of a difference. Like
no, 500K is really deserving at that point. Because 1 million, no, hell no.
too far.
That's too far, too far. Because you left me, like, and you did it with an intent to leave a message to me. When you leave somebody, you don't leave them for them to be better. You leave them because
people be tired. They don't have no intent to it. Like whether you gonna be better or you gonna be worse. It's just like I'm just ready to move on, and they don't got nothing to do with you.
they okay. And right then and there, it ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm ready to move on, but you think you should get some of this 50 million that I got.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to remind you this is recorded. So her future husband, y'all pay attention.
Yeah. Time is money. Time is money. People don't put their time in. Yeah, I deserve something.
Time
You don't have to give it to me.
time has a little bit. Time has a little bit of money to it, but the difference is you can get any kind of money at any given time. The colonel
Time is money.
The colonel
Ain't no
didn't get rich.
little bit of money.
No, the colonel didn't get rich till he was 60, right? So at that point, what do you think he deserved for that? No, he deserved for what the work he put in, right? He don't get to get retribution for the 59 years before that. Nah. So at that point,
he gonna make it back. He gonna get it from the work he put in or come behind
right.
it.
So like the difference is when people look at Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, she got 50 billion. Well, hell, she helped build Amazon. Literally. She literally helped build Amazon. When Amazon was just an envelope and the little square stickers, come get this. She was there. She built that conglomerate right along with them. She can't take credit for the brains. She can't take credit for the ingenuity, the direction, the logistics, but she knew that she needed to get in and get her hands on something. And that she did. So at that point, she give her 50. Hey man, thank you for being here because I couldn't do it without you. Couldn't do it.
How you feel about women? Cause you got a little bit of bitterness there.
You
There's a
think it's
little bit of
difficult
bitterness.
or is it logic?
No, no.
I just gave you a clear-cut example of somebody who helped build something from the ground up
Yeah,
versus
so she got
somebody
what
that,
she deserved.
there we go. So how does somebody who didn't help somebody?
Because it don't have nothing to do with about physical, just because you saying like they didn't physically do nothing. Again, support a person that's there, support you, that's been with you. Like it's not only just about like, okay, yeah, if she got 50 billion, she deserved that because she
Well,
worked for it.
so the key word you use is support. I like that. So
Yeah.
if you
That's
say come and support me, and
support. It don't gotta be physical. If you going out, you working a 8 hour day, and then you building a dream, a business, and you come home and there's food on the table, I supported you.
That's not support.
That is support.
That's not
What
support.
would you call that then?
Listen, that's not support.
Yeah. Well, what
Come
is
on.
it then? What is it
No,
categorized?
that's not support. That's cute.
What is
That's
it
not support.
categorized as? That is.
Mhm.
If I make sure that you're nourished, that's not supporting you.
So when we say nourish, are you making a full-on meal plan to a dietary support, or is just a meal of the day that I cooked?
Either one.
If it's one, I can say, okay, yes, you were definitely her. On the other side, absolutely not.
What's the difference? Because I made you a meal that supported a specific diet versus a meal that supported your
Right,
nourishment. It's the same
you're right.
thing.
So no, it's not, because if you have a particular
What's
meal,
the
the
difference?
difference is this: if you have a particular meal of a foundation, you know the type of work that I have going on, and in that meal, that I have stuff for blood flow. I have stuff that helps the vision. I have stuff that gets the heart going. I have stuff that keeps the mind right. I have that in versus here, eat this. You're hungry. That's not the same thing at all. Because at that point, that meal with that purpose is really supporting me. It's giving me boosts for the faculties for me to keep going on. At that point, I start to really have different changes that not only become evident for me, but it also becomes evident for those that are around me in that environment, and they see it. So that's the difference. That's what support is. See, when we think of support, it comes down to being something really minute and is not a factor of really a change. Support is change. Support is change. If you just there, okay, you got me a meal, but I'm not getting healthier. I'm not becoming more vital. I don't have an interaction. I don't have the thing that I need that you know that could be provided. I wasn't supported. I was definitely gifted with something. It's welcome. But the thing is, we have this position where we would do something and call it something, but that's not what it is. It is appreciated, but it's not support. Support goes to a level of advancement. So, for example, I used to tell my clients, never take advice from somebody if they don't see it through with you. Because if they just advise you and just throw their hands off, that's not support. If I'm telling you something and I say, this is how it's going to go, do, 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 do. When you get to this point, call me. Okay. And you get through it. And then you're like, okay, this is what I'm seeing now. This is where I'm at. Okay, this is what you need to do. Do, 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 do. You come into a problem. Okay, now this is where somebody else is familiar. I'm going to get them on the phone. We get that worked out. That's support. Just, oh, it's going to be okay. Acknowledgement of a sort, that's cool. But that's not support. See, the thing is, when it comes down to it, and you have to put the logical faculties to work and call those things they are, and then follow up with it, like a father being supportive to his child while they do sports, it's not just taking them to practice. That's cool, right? But if you see something and you got questions, you interacting, you going down and like what you see, what you think. Oh man, I've seen dudes who dad never played a game in their life, but got them children to people who knew what to do. Support is advancement.
Yeah, but I don't think it's okay for you to be able to just decide what level of something is categorized as support and not, because a father that could take his son to practice might be all that he can do. So why
No, he
is
could
that
do more.
not?
No, he can do more. He could talk.
How
He,
are you
he,
able
he
to
could
determine that?
watch this. What person can't say, hey, what can I do to help my child get to this, and this? Name a person that can't do that. That's support.
Okay. But just because
Like,
a person can do that doesn't mean that they're capable. So one person's support to you could be what's enough for you, might not be what a person is capable of doing for somebody else. So a father who takes their son to practice, and that's the best that he can do, why does that not equal? Why does that not as much as a father that takes his son to practice and then says, "Oh, son, I watched you, and you can do this."
okay, again, that's the difference. But he's advancing him. See what I'm saying? Versus just taking him there. That's no advancement. That's just getting him there. Advancement, what you just said, so I watched you and you can do this. That is advancement. That is foundation building. That thing you just talked about. You just said it yourself. So the parent that can't do that can very much say, hey, I've seen this, that, and the third. Or I can reach out to somebody and say, listen, my son is over here and I would like to get, some lessons or some conversation with you. Advancement. That's just what support is. It advances you. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's just what it is. You wouldn't want me in your space.
Not about being mean or not being
mean. You wouldn't want me in just in your space. And you went and worked and I went and worked. But you looking at me, knowing that I could do something or I could take some type of observation, even if I don't know what exactly to do. I just need to reach out to somebody that may know exactly what to do. Support is advancement. So we get very lazy in all our relationships. Let me say that first and foremost. We get very relaxed in all our relationships. So it's not a bitterness at all. It's just calling a spade a spade. What would make somebody determined to be worth anything that you worked for and all they did was here versus the person that was, hey, Ja, I don't know much about this, but it don't look right to me. So I reached out to somebody and they kind of confirmed it. Would you want to talk to them? Oh yeah. Boom. Ja takes off. Advancement. Support. Because support is tied to care and concern. There's a lot of people
so because I made you spaghettis and I ain't make you a dinner, a salad with grilled chicken, I don't care. I'm not caring concern for you.
No, I said it's tied to it. Again, the way you made that spaghetti and salad, could you not had open YouTube?
And did what?
Put in, hey, a meal that is going to help somebody recover from a particular type of day. A stress reliever, an ideal of relaxing the body and boosting the mind. Could you not have done that? Sure, you could have. But again, all of us, have gotten lazy in all our relationships. Me included. Because if we're going to keep it real, keep it a buck, and we all said, I could have been more supportive. I could have been. I should have been. Or I wasn't supportive enough, or at all. We live in a day and age of information. We have help from people across the globe. And all we got to do is. So support is tied to advancement. It just is. I'm studying for a test. And you say, you know what? Give me the cards. I'm going to read them and I'm going to quiz you. And I'm gonna test this thing for you. I'm gonna put some stuff here for you. You advancing me. So now when I see you in front of me and I go and take that test and I pass it, when I come back, oh, I'm smacking your cheeks to death. Yeah. You advance me. Now I'm gonna rub your feet. I'm gonna rub your back. I'm gonna take you out. We're gonna do something. I gotta show you my appreciation for the advancement that you gave me. Because you just helped change my life. Not for just me, but for us. Because you realize what I put out comes back in. You care. Because you care, I have to respond properly. I have to respond properly. So if you do decide to leave, you know what? Jai, you've been nothing but supportive of me. If I drop the ball, I apologize. This $1 billion empire I acquired, you helped build it brick by brick. I ain't giving you the whole thing, but damn it, here's a quarter of it. Call me if you need me. Big difference. Big difference. Relationship requires work. And a lot of people can't give that work because they're not willing to do the work for themselves. They ain't been supportive to themselves in that way. And that's okay. But it's not to say that you can't be or become. Every day is the day that we get up. We go at it. I just hope we go with God first. That will tell us everything. When one person is pushing like that and they got all that care and that concern, they really got tied in with God. They really got tied in with God. And because of that, that's what allows them to pour in. Because God kept pouring into them. You went to the internal source of love, abundance, brilliance, joy, happiness. You went to the source. So when I go to the source and I come to you, support, not what you need, how you need it. Who, don't worry about it. I can talk to this person. We're going to have a structure. Because now my physical presence ain't just that. It ain't just, oh, I'm there. I'm there. I'm willing. I'm trusting. I'm doing. Big difference. But what happens is the ideal of most people in relationships, men and women, is one has all of the things covered and the other one is just there. Mentor Brian M. Bean said it best. When you come into a certain position of acquiring certain things, give it his job. He got a house, a 4-bedroom house he uses, and he rents it out to traveling nurses. Each one of them rooms per month make him anywhere between $1,100 to $1,500 per room. That money is paying for something else. That house is advancing and supporting something. So, as well as if I'm in a relationship with you, Jai, and you in one with me, I owe you a job. You owe me a job because I need to advance you from my support and you need to advance me from my support. That's where we come into this fact of being equally yoked. Where I'm weak, you strong. When you weak, I'm strong. How we get to moving forward. When we talk about the term equally yoked, we use it really loosely. A yoke is a tool that goes around an ox or a Clydesdale. If you've ever seen either one of them, if you see one in the position of one on the right side and one position on one on the left side, you're not going to see them nowhere else but in that position because that's their strong suits. You balance me. You support me. we advance. That's that. Now imagine if I'm just a big ass horse and I'm just there and you on the left side just I'm supporting you. You looking good. You got it. This is all I can do. Nigga, what? Hey. Well, you know what? This ain't working out for me. I gotta go. But now you get broke off. Hey, remember all the times I was there supporting you? Absolutely not. There's no love lost nor gained. Appreciate you for why you was here. But the fact of the matter is, this earth works logically. There is emotions, and emotions need to be adhered to based on what could be responded to. Simple questions. Who, when, where, why, and what? If you can't answer those, then we have no basis on what your emotional stance is. Now we're going to go down a rabbit hole of it's got to be something. But until you can figure it out, we can't go nowhere. So I'm going to support you. Talk to me, Joe. What do we know? I don't know anything. Okay. We know we don't know nothing. That's something. That's a form of knowledge. We got that. We confirming it. Okay. What are we feeling? Lost, anxious, confused. Okay. We got some concerns. We need to figure out where they're coming from. Let's break down the structure of the day. And then we can go through the structure of the week. What took place today? I got up 5 minutes later than normal. Okay. You might have felt pressed for time. Possibility. Not the real deal, but it's a possibility. We got that noted. We working through it. As we working through it, you start to become more confident in the situation because you know I'm not just going through it alone. Although life is a lone process, I'm not just going through it alone. I'm actually being supported. And I'm going to tell you something too. Why a lot of people actually are leaving good relationships, because when they run into somebody that's actually support, they don't know how to respond. It's a lot of work for them to give that love back that they've been given. So there's no disdain, no grief, no bitterness. It's just the fact of let's call an apple an apple, an orange an orange. And let's move this thing forward in honesty. Should somebody get something because they were there? Quasi. That's up to a coin toss. Would it be considered gracious? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. But is it deserving? People spend time in prison, rightfully. Do they deserve to get $1 million when they come out? Like, nigga, no. You did that shit. So we have to really be present as best as we can in these discussions, because it's easy to get bothered by something. It takes nothing. I can choose to feel however I want to feel about anything. It's my God-given right. But here's the thing I don't have the right to be. I don't have the right to be wrong within fact. If I said I told you concrete is cotton candy, you'd be like, yeah, son, I know you smoking good crack. You smoking that last batch from 89 going into 90 crack, that New Jack Swing crack. I know your teeth about to fall out in the next 5 minutes. That crack. I can't sit there and tell you concrete is cotton candy. You be like, y'all, nah, it's something wrong with you. But if I say concrete is hard as shit, even at the lowest point of 5 inches from falling on it, it's still will give you some type of impact. Like, all right, that nigga's right. We don't want to have the truthful discussions. And the truth of the matter is, the truth is not always pretty. It's not always wonderful. It's not always glorious. The truth is just that. People collectively have become lazy in relationships. And they think just being present is support. It's part of it, but there's work to be done. There's work to be done. Even if you can't do the work, you got to find somebody to at least give you the tools of information, or you take that said person to them and say, this is my spouse. This is my son, my daughter, my brother, my sister. What do we know? How can we get that? That's support. And a lot of people won't respond to that because I can see where true love can be scary. I can see it could be scary because the fact of the matter is the reality of life itself can kick in. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have this. I'll self-sabotage for now. And I can always say, I had it. Or let me do something because this is too good to be true. Or the level of accountability, which is made to be in its most organic state for you. Because the only thing that you can respond to is mistreatment, lack of respect, no communication, but you want the best of the best. I don't know what to do after that. Even a good hoe know to go be in a room with billionaires if she want to make some money. It's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt. Don't y'all steal that shit. It's trademark. Because I'll sue y'all. But no, that's what I mean by support. That's what I mean that when I tell people, Ja, it makes them really uncomfortable to talk to me because I had a lot of friends that recently told me, I hate talking to you, but I love talking to you. I'm like, I don't get the two, but I know what you're going with it. And it comes down to you make me think about things I never thought about. I'm like, it's not hard. It's literally right there. I've had this discussion about support with somebody before. You ever looked at a bridge? It's full of support. What goes on that bridge? A bunch of back and forth advancement. I have to advance you, Jeff, if I'm going to have you in my life. You got to advance me, Jeff, if I'm going to be in your life. And guess what? We got to be happy about it. We got to be ecstatic. Because the moment I see it as a chore, I'm checked out. I'm checked out. The moment you deem it as a chore, nigga, please. Rub your own back, bitch. What you doing? He told me to rub my own back. Shit. It's gonna be difficult. And then we're gonna wonder why is this taking place? I see you. You're here, but you're not. And when you decide to leave, and then favor falls on either one of us, and either one of us says, well, I supported you. As you sit there with your glass of wine and you sit there and look at me like, enjoy McDonald's. I would have no problem with nobody writing me a check of nothing if I didn't support them, if I didn't do work. Because I could say I love you all day long. Love is an action. Love is knowledge. Here's a scary tale. It's the most horrific story I'm going to tell you of your life. If you was to actually have a real discussion with God and say, God, tell me everything you protected me from. An overload of information starting from your past, from year one, will make you spontaneously combust into billions of pieces. And you like, God, enough. He says, hold on. I still got so many years to go to get to your present. Oh no, stop. Stop. That love, all of that protection, I was putting you in places to be where you need to be. And it's hard to say that even in death, I'm protected. A lot of people ain't gonna get comfortable with that job. A lot of people ain't gonna be comfortable with that one at all. When that part get clipped, oh, it's gonna be a lot of upset niggas. How the hell I'm protected to death? You're God, and God. Okay. Until you have that sit down and talk with God about what He protected you from, all that He protected you from. God be with the fool that asks for that discussion. Because that's a lot of information. A lot of information. Yeah, I'm in my sister's house chilling right now because looking out for my nephews. Their dad just came in. I'm thinking about the beams that hold this floor where they sleep at above my head right now. Not collapsing. Even all the times I've been up there walking back and forth just to go be up there and play with them. Not collapsing. The level of protection I just been gifted from being inside this house alone that could cave at any time. Jesus Christ. We got to get back to just simple. I love simple, job. I really love simple. I love simple so much that I became enamored with it to actually treat people like human beings. You want to know why? Because that makes you more unattractive than actually mistreating them. It's 0 people watching right now. We've had a really good discussion, me and you. But me and you have been arguing, screaming back and forth. Nigga, bitch, nigga, you ain't shit. Da, 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 da. I hate you. Oh, that shit, girl, we couldn't even stop the combos that would have came behind that 0. We would have got a YouTube check tonight. Talk about how much y'all need. Can y'all come back tomorrow? Yeah. But because it's a sensible discussion, it's not attractive. So at the beginning, this video that started this whole thing, I say it to people. If you're going to be around me, I need you confident and convicted about who you are Not for me, not to be, no, just about who you are, because I need you to be you when you come around. I got to be me when I go around anybody, especially when I go to God. Just imagine, John, I'm sitting up here being authentic, chilling, clowning with you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, girl, you cool, you know what I'm saying? And then I go and start praying. Dear God, help, Father. And God be like, who is this fucking from? Who is this from, y'all? Which one of y'all made this one? Simplicity tells everything. It truly does. Treat people like human beings. They gonna respond. When I did that, the 20 some odd people that left my Facebook or whatever, I told clear thing, get off my social media, get off my timeline. Evict yourself. I don't have to do it. They did. And every last one of them left me a message. When you ready to talk to me as a man. I guess, but it wasn't even about you. But thank you.
As a man, it's crazy.
As a man. As a man. I had a woman tell me, ask me, what do I do for my day? And she's like, you know what? We never talked about what you do for work. Like, I do several things. I'm a blockchain consultant. I train AI. I'm a data annotator. And at the time, I take care of my mom. You know, I'm a caregiver at the time. And she says, oh, okay. You do a few things. I said, I do a lot. And I said, at the moment, I'm wrapping up my fast. And she says, that ain't it. I said, excuse me? Yeah, that ain't it. Because as a man, why would you tell me that? Like, excuse me, did I cuss you out? Did I say something wrong? Oh, no, you were very cordial and polite. So why would I say what as a man? That you're fasting. And I say, but what about it? Yeah, that's supposed to be something between you and God. I say, all fast ain't spiritual.
Yeah.
You know, but again, I get what you're trying to say. And even if it was a spiritual one, you don't know what I'm fasting for or about. Or how. So, as a man, I just want to know how long you been one. She's like, what? I'm just saying that I get really concerned when people say, as a man, because my mindset just lets me go left. As a man, I believe that you had to have some type of experience as a man. I said, better yet, I tell you this, I'm in the barbershop and one of my homeboys say, go ahead and stick that in right there. No homo. Nigga, I think you're a homo. There was absolutely no need for you to say no homo after that. No need. All the pause and no homo, I believe that when you go that far, you make me think that you're trying to cover up an experience that you've had. And I don't know why you have to bring it my way. It's like you're really in the cover-up game and don't know that. Pause. What are we pausing for? Because at one point in time, we used to say pause for when somebody was getting really good in a story. Hold on, pause right there. Pause right there. I gotta get something real quick. Coming right back. Now it's pause into innuendo or something. Needless to say, people gonna people, and because people gonna people, they don't interact with purpose. They don't interact with purpose. I love something that you said. What would be a reason why you would date? If I were to date, my purpose would be to build a bond, to take that bond unto the next level and show that I'm spiritually responsible, physically responsible, mentally responsible, emotionally responsible to garner such thing. Now, where we go from that is I need to hear your half of what you would like in it, but understand this is my fucking ship. This is my boat. But what kind of piece of furniture you want to put on it?
Wait, who boat is it?
My boat. My boat.
Oh,
But
okay.
you get a choice of what furniture get to go on it. This is my boat.
Okay.
But again, it has to serve a purpose. It has to serve a purpose. And this is what happens. A lot of people do a lot of things. I intentionally remove myself based on my own habits of dating.
Mm.
I would notice before I got married, I had 5 real girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at the common denominator and said, what was it? Well, the first girl, we went to the movies. We went to like a Grand Prix go-kart situation. Shit, K-Reed. And then a week or so later, a relationship. First thing first, there was some things that took place that shouldn't. Emotional exchanges of public expression on initial meeting.
Mm.
No go. So fast forward a little bit to before I get married. It was a homegirl, super brilliant. And I just wanted to pick her brain. Oh, I just wanted to pick her brain because we would have a discussion. I'm like, this girl is phenomenally brilliant. And we go to a Brazilian steakhouse and I'm just listening to her, hearing her talk. And we just get on bouncing back. I got all these questions. And I said, listen, I could keep you here all night because I ain't got nobody to respond to. I said, but if you got to go, she's like, well, I could stay, but you got to go respectfully. Get the check, pay for it. She picks up the phone and says, girl, he a good man. I say, excuse me? Wait a minute. Hold on. I said, who you on the phone with? She said, oh, this is my homegirl. I said, I tell your homegirl, I need 30 minutes of you uninvolved. He gets off the phone. So we begin to have a discussion. And in that discussion, you ever heard the phrase, the message is for the messenger?
Mm-hmm.
I received it. So I'm speaking to her and I'm realizing, serial killers pay for dates. There's a lot of rich loony dudes that pay for dates. There's dudes that have no good intentions whatsoever that pay for dates.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized, I looked at the environment, dim lighting, soft music, everybody well dressed. Oh, this is the makings of fuckery. Why am I taking you into an environment on initial contact where we need to be having exchanges? So I put myself in a position to where no representation shows up, simultaneously putting you in a position to where no representation shows up. What would you like to meet? Barnes and Noble. Oh, cool. You're not thinking to put on high heels and dress and makeup and all that to come to Barnes and Noble. Coming in there. Why Barnes and Noble? Because it's fucking phenomenal. It's fantastic. Barnes and Noble got every type of topic there is to discuss. They got a Starbucks. They got music. And let's be honest, we are older. So the people that we may come in contact with, more than likely, may or may not have children. If they do have children, given the age, we would like to see how they interact with them in certain environments. This is just not a one-stop shop. This is just an initial investment of taking in intel. I get to see you in a certain light. I get to ask you simple questions that a lot of times you don't get to hear about. How's your mom doing? Oh man, mom is listen, she did this, and then we were gonna get together. Okay. Know what you told me? That relationship with you and your mom is wonderful. How's Pops? How's your dad? He cool. He gonna be all right. And, oh, Pops is a sore spot right now. I don't need to push that. We gonna get to that later. No rush. So I'm getting to watch your spirit respond truthfully, because that's all you can bring. That's all you can bring. You can't bring nothing else. Nothing else. You just come and enjoy. And when you leave, if it doesn't go anywhere, guess what? There's no emotional attachment. There's no confusion. There's no bodily fluids that have been swapped. There's no large amounts of money that has been spent either way. And you are well protected because the location I took you to is always in a safer area than most. And it's always pretty close to pretty good eatery too. So if we happen to enjoy each other's company and want to keep, we can go grab a glass of wine or something nearby. And we still pretty much, we done got more of a feel of each other than not.
Yeah.
Work. Absolute work. And it's not horrible work. It's just that so many people think that they've done so much that there should be a residual that carries over into another situation. So again, I ask you, what would be the adequate amount that somebody deserves just from just being present and giving you a meal after they left you and you hit for 50 million?
I mean, my answer not gonna change. Every situation, this is gonna be the amount gonna be different. But me personally, but I still give. Yeah, everybody not me. So
I get it. So let me ask you this. Let's say you hit the lottery the next day that they left. That had nothing to do with what work you did or work they put in. And it wasn't their money. It was yours. Matter of fact, it was your last dollar. How much you give them then?
I mean, I'm not gonna come out and decide that they need to get something, but if they need help, I will help them. Cause I'm just that type of person. But I'm
Right.
going to come up with an amount that I need to give them, or I feel like they should get from me.
Right. And see, and that's what I was saying about men. Men are going to help, but they're not going to go to the depths anymore. Because you've shown them that they were not as valuable as you were to them. You were a precious gem. You were a godsend. You were one of one. And in my mind, I'm going to do all I need to do right by God, by self, and by you. But there's a reward in it for you. And this is where it gets really interesting, because even for me and what I've come into recently, I worked hard for it. For the very situation I came into this time last year exactly, my bro ID in New York could tell you, we sat with this man Over the 4 or 5 years, we sat with this man at least 10 times. And he's always treated us like we was billionaires. He never treated us like nothing else. He never said, y'all wasting my time. And that man sat with us for 2 and 3 hours every time we came to him. And we didn't give him a dime. But he always answered our call. He would always, till then, till now, we can call him right now. But we couldn't come in at the level that he needed us to come in on. However, that same tool comes available. I'm in. And it's running, and it's running, and it's running, and it's running, and it's running. God just wanted to see how long or how much was it worth for me? Was it worth? Did you really mean for it to be this? Does it matter to you to that? I'm talking through the highs. No.
Stop.
That was me. Could you imagine like a little girl from America being on one of them Chinese roller coasters that go into the ground and it's going fast and just keep going down? You just stop. That was me. That was me. Stop this shit. I want to get off. Stop.
Right.
Stop it.
Now. So I get it.
Stop it right now. But let me tell you something. Keep your faith. Keep your faith, Joe. Keep your faith. Yeah. That right there is breakthrough. A lot of people don't know that. That's breakthrough. Keep your faith. Keep your faith. It's right there. It's right there. All of the long days, emotional confusion, the wherewithal, the dragging, the concern, the running across people that you know I'm gifted in this area. You've seen my work. What do you mean? You know what I can do. All comes to an end. It does. And you won't ever be in that position ever again. Ever again. I can sing about it because I danced to that bump. I danced to that boom, boom, boom. Oh, shit. And I danced to it. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of heavy lifting. And you wondering when somebody gonna come get off of me. Let me tell you, full on transparency. Situation took place. 1 week, I felt a headache. I don't get headaches. I had fear. I don't get scared. I had anxiety. I don't have nothing to be anxious about. But what ended up happening? God had moved me into such a place that, one, when I went to call somebody and asked them to pray and told them what was going on, girl, they prayed about everything else they want on under the sun. None of the stuff that I said was prayed for.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? That's my fault. Because you don't want to know why?
You should have prayed for yourself.
I was still looking for somebody to come save me from something that wasn't meant for them to do.
Yeah.
So when I became present in my own situation at that moment, revelations and answers, boom, boom, boom. My obedience.
Oh man.
My obedience was being called. And so I tell people all the time, I look forward to being obedient.
Mm.
Just the other day, I'm at Subway with my boy. I felt this presence, John. I literally felt this presence. I look over, and this is my exact words. Oh, shit. I was called. Before I left the house, my mom said, what you going to do? I said, I've been summoned. I was joking at the time, but I really was. I got into that line thinking, I'm going to get this sandwich. Me and my boy go chop it up, be silly, and we going to go bowl. I got line. I felt the president looked over my right shoulder. I said, oh, shit. Dude comes in, Ja. He moves my boy out the way and looks me in the eyes and say, sir, can you please get me a sandwich? And I just wanted to bust out laughing like, God, you really. And I just chuckled. I say, I got you, bro. And he went ahead and he got a 6-inch. I say, no, get a foot long. Ain't no sense of you eating half and still being hungry later. And then he said, I get bag chips and some drinks too. I say, why not? Go ahead. I ended up spending money I wasn't supposed to spend, to my knowledge. When I did that, at the end of the night, I'm like, damn, where did an extra $116 come from that don't show a deposit?
Mm. That's crazy.
There's no deposit for it. I know I spent that money. I tapped my damn little black card. Samsung, I owe y'all one. Just hold tight, baby, because a big one coming. It's coming. I just hold tight.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I look in my phone. That's the web. Hold on, that's the web browser. Let's go to the app. The app and the web browser match. Let me see something. Go to transactions.
Please stop. It's hilarious.
That was Thursday. Ain't nothing came up since about where that extra 116 come from.
Mm.
And he's greater than that, right? But what it was the alignment of just me being obedient. That's it. Because he's not going to have you do something you can't already do. That's why I said support. Think about this. God ain't going to never put more on you than you can bear. Well, if that's the truth, then believe it. Because I got a homeboy. God told him to go talk to that gay dude and give him a hug. And he said, God, do you not know where we at? We in the hood. God told him, you can talk, can't you? Yeah. And you are even the preacher, ain't you? Yes. Go talk to him and give him a hug. And he went over there and talked to that brother. And when he got to talking to him, it just hit him. It just hit him. He's like, man, there's a lot more to you that's like me than I ever imagined. And I see why God wanted me to come talk to you. And when he hugged that brother, he said that dude just melted. Just melted. And ironically, he said, bro, I felt relieved. He said, we in the hood, and everybody out there that's in the hood, from the hood, and even other brothers started coming up to him and started talking to him. Obedience. Because he ain't going to have you do nothing you can't do. gotta say wave to a person, wave to them. But here's the mistake. You don't always talk directly, like always, with words. And sometimes it come in the form of a headache you ain't asked for.
Mm.
Because all I wanted to do was just lay down. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna get this rest. I can't get this out of my head. It hurts. I sit up. The headache gone. Okay. I lay back down. Oh, come on. This ain't gonna work. Come on, Jesus. I gotta be somewhere at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's 3:30. Just wanna lay down. I got in at 1. What? Obedience. Just call an order. That's why when you really talk about relationships, it ain't no such thing as a relationship being valid if God ain't in it.
Mm.
Because even if it's a seasonal thing, you will be respected even afterwards. And I tell people like this all the time. Everybody that walked out of my life, yeah, the door's still open. But when you come back, you got to be accountable for the reasons you left by explaining what were you dealing with. Not for me. It ain't for me. It's for you to be honest and transparent so you can see that I was tripping. I was tripping. It's kind of like that thing where you knew that one time you did something and you're like, man, mama gonna get on my ass. Oh, here we go. Mama, I knocked over the thing and she's like, okay, just go clean it up. You just clean it up? Mm-hmm. Okay. You hurry up, clean it up, you go run to your room. Like, she didn't ask me to get a switch, the extension cord, the belt, nothing. Oh, Jesus. I thought it was going to be way worse than that. Hang in there. Keep your faith. Keep your faith.
I'm trying to.
No. You doing. You doing. Because it's ironic. I was going to go lay my ass down and play Call of Duty. You came in and the show had been done.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was gonna be, but something told me to just still go back on because I said I was gonna come back on. I knew I was looking at the time when Ronnie sent me the link. I'm like, they probably gonna be done, but I'm gonna just still go back on because I said I was.
And when you came in, I said, okay, here we go. So what you did by coming back was you gave people the run of a meal of a sensible discussion, even in the midst of disagreement. You know how many women came in like, you don't like women because I don't want to let you lie to me like you lied to yourself. Like, if that's what we quantify as not liking women, okay, then I'm the woman hater. No, you ain't finna lie to me because you lied to yourself with that lie. Then you ain't got nothing to support it. Mm-mm. Well, how do you know? Well, go ahead. Tell us what you got to support. What you basing your stuff off of. See, I knew you didn't like women. Okay. Oh, okay. That's really showing them. But no. Mm-mm. And we're gonna talk here shortly. Because you got my bro's number. And I'm gonna drop something in your spirit for you.
Okay.
You're gonna be like, yo, for real? And I'm gonna be like, yo, for real. All right. So, anything you want to say to the people Let me wrap this up.
Not particular. Happy I tuned in. Hope y'all got something out of it. I don't know. I'm here. We live. Nah.
Come back. Come back. Come back. Please come back. There's a purpose. Definitely a purpose. You know, I'm not gonna be extra preachy, none of that stuff like that. I tell people like this: if God is for you, it's just for you. Just like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
People like to tell people, "Oh, you don't know what you're missing if you ain't never tried." I say bullshit. Never tried cocaine. I know it's not great for me.
Right.
All right. There's other several things that I've never tried that I know it ain't great for me. So those who've had, I hope it's a wonderful experience for you. Wherever you taking your licks at. I don't want to be hit for no reason. Don't touch me, bitch. So listen, man, thank y'all for tuning in. It's been a fun discussion with Lady Ja. I think we might need to run more of these more often. Just cool, comfortable discussions, because I don't get to have a lot of one-offs with women that just be cool like this. I think women want me to say things that they be thinking, but don't be giving no hints and thinking they giving all the hints, and I'm like,
What?
I don't fucking know. Like I don't know. Like I can't tell you. Like when I got married, you know how many women cussed me out? You silly motherfucker! You knew I liked you. When?
Man.
When did you like me? From day one. Sure you did. What you mean? Yeah, it's day 10,000. You never said a word remotely close to that. Oh, hey, big head mean. Let's see. You call your brother big head. You call your son big head. You call your baby daddy big head. You call your daddy big head.
Please stop. I can't.
What the fuck does big head mean? So yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
nothing at all. So at least not to me. Maybe to somebody. I'm pretty sure there might have been a dude like, oh girl, you know what it is. Not I said the dog. Not I said the dog. I barked a different tune. So appreciate y'all for coming in. Me and Lady Jack will chop it up a little bit more. Maybe run y'all a little bit more of these more often. Y'all need a good talking to. And maybe we can get more of her to talk, because I did a bulk of talking tonight. Just get more of her talking. But I'm pretty sure after we have our exchange, y'all gonna hear a lot more. But listen, man, God is real. God is great. Fuck the haters and fuck the fakes. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, y'all.